I've been recording with my mic off. Here I go again. So I today wanted to give you my other tip as a homeschooling mom, veteran. Can you say I'm a veteran? Yes, if I've passed 2 children or if 2 children have finished homeschooling through my hands, I'm a veteran. So this homeschool mom veteran has this advice for you if your child is neurotypical, has no challenges whatsoever. Aim high. From what I've read, for you to move on, like let's say from grade 10 to grade 11, all your child needs for your child to move on is just 40% marks, one of which has to be the first language, and then 30%, and then they can pass, move up a grade, from what I've read. What? No wonder children then just fall apart when they get to university, or no wonder so many can't get into university. Because if that's the minimum, then someone who gets 50 has done really well. Of course, different schools have different standards. We won't go into that. But don't aim that low. For me, what I did was for the lower grades, the pass mark was 80%. They needed to get 80% before we move on to the next grade. They needed to master their work as much as they can. And then when we got to the higher grades, year 9, year 10, up to IGCSE, from year 7 actually, British curriculum, they had to at least get 70% minimum. If they were not able to get 70%, we tried again, figure out what was going wrong. What don't you understand? How can we fix it? How can we get you to understand this work? And that is why I loved homeschooling, because no teacher can do that. They've got a whole bunch of other children in the class. They can't sit there and figure out for every child how to get them to get to a higher standard. It's impossible and impractical. So that's my tip for you. Aim high. Don't follow the general country's level of pass mark. Do your children's best. Make them give what they can give. On the other hand, okay, but what made me say this is because they've had some of their marks. Some of their marks already come towards the year mark, and it's all been B's and A's. And for the one, the lecturer was extremely upset because he told the people, if you don't understand, tell me, I will help you. But still, people are got 30% in that assessment. Aim high. Teach your children to aim high. And as you're teaching, if they struggle with one format or method of learning, as I know I've said this in the start of this whole channel, find other methods to teach the same thing. Find Khan videos, look online. There's lots of help to teach a different way, or change curriculum like we did. There are many American curricula, just change to another one if you have to. We haven't needed to, but for them, for the older two. So that's my little tip. But above all, I'm not obsessed with marks. If you know me, you know that I'm obsessed with character, integrity, moral stance, and that is what matters most to God, and it's what matters most to me. I've been mocked. I was mocked by some person because I only got a C for one of my subjects. He happened to find my report, and he obviously got more than a C. He's also a so-called Seventh-day Adventist. But he's failed at life. He's failed at life. He doesn't know the word faithful. He doesn't know the word till death, the phrase, till death do us part. He wouldn't know morality if it hit him in the face. And he's gone around destroying people's hearts and children's hearts. So marks mean nothing without integrity, character, moral worth, and a good moral fiber, a strong moral fiber. And that's what we want for our children, isn't it? So yes, we will aim high because God wants us to give our best. But most important is for our children to be the best human they could ever be. This is only the beginning. I don't know how things will go as the years go on with their studies, but you can give them a good foundation. Then the rest is up to them and their college or university. That's my tip to you, mom, dad, or grandpa. I say that, or granny, because in South Africa, homeschooling is legal if the legal definition of homeschooling is a child being taught at home 90% of the time by their mother, father, grandpa, or grandma. So parent or grandparent at home. That is homeschooling. Anything else is cottage schooling, it's tutoring, it's whatever it is. So yes, I wish you well. If you are considering homeschooling, do it. And if you already have begun, make sure they do their best. Of course, if it's impossible for them to get the B minimum, don't push. But if it's possible, work at it. Help them. You will help them to do well in their first year at least. My son is also getting A's for his thing. He might even get a voucher to do a certification that would cost us 2,000 Rand for free. So it helps. Aiming high helps. All the best with your future, your children. Always bearing in mind, children are different. This is for children who are all good.